Good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Kushagra Dubey, Associate Professor, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Today's the topic of video is patient counseling. Patient counseling is one of the major duty of a pharmacist other than dispensing of drug. It is refers to the process of providing information, advice and assistance to help patient to use their medication appropriately. This is the counseling between the patient and the pharmacist, and it is the duty of a pharmacist to give advice and assistance to the patient. Patient counseling is defined as providing medication information orally or in written form to the patient or their respective on direction of use, advice on side effects, precaution, storage, diet and lifestyle modification. Counseling done by the pharmacist with the patient and give whole information about the drug and use its side effects, adverse effects and interactions. And the information and advice is given by the pharmacist to the patient or to the patient representative, and mainly also include information about the patient illness or recommended lifestyle changes. During counseling, the pharmacist should assess the patient's understanding about his or her illness and the treatment and provide individualized advice and information which will assist their medication in the patient to take their medication in the most safe and effective manner. Good communication skills are required to gain the patient confidence and to motivate the patient to adhere to the recommended regimen. This is very important. Good communication skill of the pharmacist is required to gain the patient confidence and to motivate the patient to adhere to the recommended regimen. Means the patient should adhere to the medication which is prescribed. The patient will not stop by the taking medication. Objective of patient counseling. Patient should recognize the importance of medication for his well-being. A working relationship and a foundation for continuous interaction and consultation should be established. Patient understanding of strategies to deal with medication side effects and drug interaction should be improved. Should ensure better patient compliance. This is very important. The patient should understand the strategies to deal with medication side effects. The patient should know how to deal with the side effects and adverse effects. Patient becomes an informed, efficient and active participant in disease treatment and self-care management. The pharmacist should be perceived as a profession who offers pharmaceutical care. Drug interaction and adverse drug reaction should be prevented. So this is very important. The drug interaction and adverse drug reaction should be prevented by the counseling which is given by the pharmacist to the patient. And efficient information is given to the patient in disease treatment and self-care management. So these are the some objectives. Good communication skills are needed to gain patient confidence and help to motivate the patient to adhere to the recommended regimen. Better patient understanding to their illness and role of medication. Improve medication adherence. It improves the medication adherence and the patient understand to their illness and what is the role of this medication. More effective drug treatment. Reduce incidence of adverse drug effect and unnecessary health costs. Improve quality of life of patient. Better coping strategies to deal with medication related adverse effects. Better coping strategies to deal with the medication related adverse effects. And due to this, the quality of the life of a patient is improved because he or she should know about the drug and what is the role of drug in his life. Functions. Effective patient counseling aims to produce the following results. Better patient understanding of their illness and the role of medication in its treatment. Improve medication adherence. More effective drug treatment. reduce incidence of adverse effect and unnecessary healthcare cost. Unnecessary healthcare cost is reduced by this patient counseling. Drug treatment is more effective. Improve quality of life for the patient. Better coping strategies to deal with medication related adverse effects. Improve professional rapport between the patient and the pharmacist. Quality life of the patients improve. Patient counseling consists of the 3 stages: introduction, process content, conclusion. So these are the main 3 stages of patient counseling. First the introduction is there, then process content, and then the conclusion. These are the steps of patient counseling. First, preparing for the session, opening the session, counseling content, and closing the session. Means first the session is prepared, then the session is opened, counseling content, and then the session is closed. These are the critical steps of patient counseling. Now, steps of patient counseling. Counseling is a two-way communication process, and interaction between the patient and the pharmacist is essential for counseling to be effective. First one, preparing for the session. The success of counseling depends on the knowledge and skill of the counselor. The pharmacist should know as much as possible about the patient and his/her treatment detail. If the patient is receiving a medication which is unfamiliar to the pharmacist, then a drug information reference should be consulted. Introduction. Review the patient record, introduce yourself, explain purpose of counseling, obtain drug related information such as allergies, assess the patient understanding of the reason for therapy, assess any actual and or potential concern or problem of importance to the patient. This is the very important. This is the introduction. Means patient record should be review and introduction of the pharmacist. What is the purpose of the counseling? Why he is there? Okay. Drug related information should be obtained. Now next, opening the session. The first phase of counseling is used for information gathering. The pharmacist should introduce him or herself to the patient and greet them by name. It is the beat to use titles such as Miss, Mrs. and Mr. and then switch over the first name. The pharmacist should identify with the purpose the session very clearly. For example, hello, Mr. Gupta. I am Vinod, your pharmacist. I would like to tell you about your medication. Do you have a few minutes to spend with me? Patient may be disturbed and distressed due to their illness. A few kind words to demonstrate empathy and understanding will assist the counseling process. During counseling, the pharmacist should avoid asking questions in a direct or embarrassing way. Show excessive curiosity, discuss the patient's personal problem, pass moral judgment, interrupt when the patient is speaking, make premature interpretation or argue with the patient. It should be avoided. The patient should gain the confidence on the pharmacist. Issue regarding manner. Use language that the patient understands. Use appropriate counseling aid. Present facts and concepts in simple words. Use open-ended questions. So this is very important. Language is very important. Pharmacist should use the language that the patient knows, that patient understands. Counseling content. The counseling content is considered to be the heart of the counseling session. During this stage, the pharmacist explains to the patient about his or her medication and the treatment regimen. Topic commonly covered are name and strength of the medication, the reason why it has been prescribed, how to take the medication, how it works, expected duration of the treatment, expected benefit of the treatment, possible adverse effects, possible medication or dietary interaction, advice on correct stage, minimum duration required to show therapeutic benefit, what to do if a dose is missed, special monitoring requirement, for example blood test. So this is the counseling content. Counseling content is very important. If the content is not there, then the counseling is not being good and the patient did not gain the confidence on the pharmacist. So this is very important. Counseling content. information which is given should be tolerated to the individual patient. In such situation, it is important not to jump to conclusion about why a particular medication has been prescribed. For example, like tricyclic antidepressants are often used for conditions other than depression, such as neuropathic pain. Asking questions such as, what has the doctor told you about this medication, can help avoid a misunderstanding in this type of situation. The pharmacist should not directly say that why a particular medication has been prescribed. Rather than the question such as, what has the doctor told you about this medication? This is the good question. So, the questions are very important. Now, conclusion. Verify the patient understanding by means of feedback. Summarize by emphasizing key points. Give an opportunity to the patient to put forward any concern. Help the patient to plain follow up. This is the conclusion, or we say this come in the closing session. Key points should be summarized. Patient's understanding by taking the feedback. Before closing the session, it is essential to check the patient understanding. This can be assessed by feedback questions such as, can you remember what this medication is for, or for how long should take this medication? During the discussion, some of the patient information needs may have been clear, but the patient may have new question or doubt. Before final closure, and if time permits, summarize the main points in a logical order. If appropriate, the pharmacist can supply their telephone number to encourage the patient to make contact if they need advice or information. So, this is all about the preparing for the session, opening the session, counseling content and closing the session.